call this meeting to the 2023 Board of Review for the City of Elkhorn to order. Roll call. James Boardman.
Here.
Charlie Getka.
Here.
Desiree Skelton.
Here.
Bruce Lechner and Tracy Hillenbrand are absent. First order of business is to elect a chairperson. Do I have any nominations?
I move to elect Jim Boardman.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Is there a second?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Thank you.
Guy with a railroad job.
All right. Any other nominations? Okay. We're gonna.
Nominations be closed?
Yep. I move. Do they have to do it?
What, somebody has to make a motion to
Motion
close
to move close the nominations.
I so motion.
Okay.
Second?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. I will pass that down to you, and you are now in charge.
Paperwork, right now we have to elect a vice chairperson, right?
Yes.
And we want to make sure that that person will be available on May 30th, which
Well, if you're going to be here, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case.
doesn't have to be the date. Okay.
But people get hit by buses and things
Right.
happen, so vice chair is a good idea.
Yes.
So nominations for vice chairman.
I nominate Mr. Getka.
I'll second that. Also move the nominations to be closed.
I second.
That was motion and a second?
Yep.
And so then, any further discussion? All in favor?
All those in favor? Aye.
Any opposed?
So
that's-
Charlie gets the vice person. Okay, vice chairman. Okay, public notice has been posted in 3 places: City Hall, Police Department, and Matheson Memorial Library, and published in the newspaper on April 13th, 23.
Yes, I have those here.
Okay, certification of Board of Review members.
Yes, Desiree completed the training for this year, and I have those here as well.
Okay, and I think Charlie and I did last year. Okay. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Review meeting from May 25th, 2022.
I motion to approve the minutes from the Board of Review meeting held May 25th, 2022.
I second that.
And motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Received the 2023 assessment roll and sworn statements from the assessor.
That's me. Doing the oath first? Yes. Do the oath for Amanda. Say after me. We'll say it together. Ready? I, Amanda Mead, having been elected or appointed to the office of the Assessor of the City of Elkhorn, swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability, so help me God. Thank you. Put one.
I feel like we should like dump it all.
I mean, if you
Like a
guys
little
want to
fanfare.
drum roll, that's fine, and I just need one of those signed.
Need wheels on that book, huh?
It gets bigger every year.
Okay. certify all correction of error under state law, Wisconsin statute 70.43.
They are included in the roll.
Verify with the assessor that open book changes are included in the assessment roll.
They are included within the roll.
Okay. We have allowed taxpayers to examine the assessment roll. That was done in April, right?
Correct.
The waiver required 48-hour notice of intent to file an objection when there is good cause.
There are none.
Request for waiver of the Board of Review hearing allowing the appeal directly to the circuit court.
We have one.
Okay, and that one would require a motion.
Yes, that is in your packet.
Okay,
It is the, for parcel number YA 142300004. And it is a request of waiver by the assessor.
I motion.
So the form of the motion would be to move that the waiver be granted.
I motion to approve.
I move for the waiver to be granted.
I move for the waiver to be granted.
Second?
Second.
Second that.
we have motion and a second. Any further discussion or information? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
You don't have to stay at this point because that's the only thing that's gonna be done tonight in regards to your parcel. You're welcome, everybody's welcome to an open hearing, but I'm just saying, there won't be any discussion or further commentary on that, parcel.
And the assessor does not, I don't want to get to question the assessor.
Not here, at the circuit court you would. You've got a procedure you have to follow out of the statute at this point.
Okay, request to testify by telephone or submit a sworn written statement.
We have none.
Subpoena requests and act on any other legally allowed or required BOR matters.
We have none.
Review notices of intent to file objection.
We have none. We're done. Oh, we're not there yet.
Okay,
Our first meeting is at 6 o'clock for that. So we can review the roll.
okay. So review the roll until 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Where's all the ones on condos? Oh, all of those are. So we're only doing the two nights.
15 minutes per
One.
parcel.
Okay.
Do it.
They all have to be heard separately.
Yeah, can't do one.
Well, I get the separate thing, but I,
So we thought because it's all of the same section, it's just different sections of the Hillcrest condominiums, that it would be better if they're all done at once.
okay. So is the Anderson one at 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Jim, I need your signature here.
Pardon?
Your signature here for Board of Review.
Okay.
Chairperson's signature.
Just an initial one?
Your signature.
Oh, my signature.
Your
Oh,
signature.
The whole
It's
9
official,
yards.
yeah.
Oh, son of a gun. That makes me liable, then, right?
You are, that was the duties that you took on as the chairperson. Okay. Dave, I'm gonna get you a copy of this. I just need to go make it.
Do you have printer accessibility?
Like you need some, yes.
No, like you could print something, I can send you
Mhm.
something that you could,
Yep, if you send it to my email, I will go do that.
Davis, do you want me to send, it's like a procedural guide, would you like me to send it to you directly? It's like a PDF format, do you want it printed out, or do you want me just to send it to you?
If you have my email address, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, I think I do. Yeah. No, that's just the average. So depending on the style of home, it can see an increase anywhere between 3 all the way up to 25, 27% based on the style of the home and the neighborhood that it's in. So 9.7 is where it fell as an average for residential properties. I believe it's the mean.
Half above and half below, most common number, or the average of all of the
Average of all.
Okay.
That's all I have. Okay, so you don't need that anymore. And say,
This, I'm just surprised.
here's your script. Oh, here.
Okay.
Rent.
Mhm.
So I think that's your duties, and this is your script. So,
Okay.
but I will state my piece. I have a section that I have to say for each one, and then you'll say this.
Okay.
And then you'll say this. And then when they're done and everything, so.
That's okay.
That's what counts, yeah, we count every interaction as goes through the process, so everything's recorded.
Okay, so that's when the first objection comes up.
Yeah.
In the field, meeting with people.
Yeah,
You
when
say
I-
that,
when
I
I-
just
Oh, you want to
make
know
this-
like in the field,
okay.
how many.
Where in bold is what
I'm
you
curious
say.
if you guys do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the house.
And you're gonna go
We
to
were
that,
frustrated in the house.
and,
They don't have to.
We knock on the door.
Conduct hearing
We
following
leave a
out for, so up here.
Post it on the door,
Alright.
says we've been in. And if they want us to return for an
Then
interior
we would-
inspection.
but all his objections are addressed to the board or to the assessor.
25% off.
Yeah. Because they're no
Assessor
longer
enters
required.
him why, or,
So he gives.
Well, they all know it.
yeah.
That
Oh,
word
they all
gets
know
out.
it. That word gets out real fast.
People are
They all know
calling
that.
baseball in that regard.
Yeah, they all know. Oh, yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
So the person with the objection will testify first, and then if he's got any witnesses, which I know he does, and then after all the witnesses are done, the assessor will present their case, and then if the assessor has any witnesses, and then the property owner may respond to the assessor's testimony, and then go back,
Okay,
and then offer all evidence. Okay.
okay.
All that. Recording that copy.
I'd like to approach the chair. I was notified today by phone by the city clerk that my appointment time is at 5:45. I'd like to know for what purpose with that, I was notified of such.
Because that's when the board of review would be
I
dealing.
didn't ask you, sir, I asked the chair. You
But-
give
but
him
you're not-
legal counsel.
No, I am the legal counsel, you're right, and the chair cannot address you. In fact, the board can't address you or your issues at all because it's referred to circuit court now.
Well, the statement that I was just handed states that property owner has voiced intention of filing litigation against the city involving this property, that's patently false. I never made that statement.
You'll have to take that up at circuit court. There's a procedure in place now, because it's been waived to circuit court.
Then why was I given an appointment time for 5:45?
Because we're required to notice you that your property will be discussed at that time.
And then you hand me a document that has a statement I did not make.
That's something you'll have to take up at circuit court. We can't debate it. I mean, I literally
Well, I
can't debate it.
understand that, but I mean, it's, you know, pigeonholing the, people that are from the community is just not clear demonstration of lack of integrity.
I assume
I've
that's
been through
rhetorical.
that with the city council.
Right. I assume that's a rhetorical statement. We really can't respond.
Pardon me?
I assume that's a rhetorical statement. We really can't respond.
Yeah, that's rhetorical, if you wish. Thank you very much for your time.
We're new friends for work.
You enjoying
I can't get a haircut in 3 counties.
Wow. That means you're doing something right, right?
It is what it is.
Still have 10 minutes of reviewing. You wanna take it down to Charlie? Charlie, you wanna look at the assessment book?
No, they already got me.
Okay, you looked at it already, great. Just wanna make sure everyone has a chance to look at it, it's riveting.
From the video, that was Lacey, just the city clerk.
Speaking as someone who looks at it all day long,
Yeah.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I'm big in numbers, but
I have the ability to, like, I like to search, so I'll put the PDF search up and then I will search for properties that way, so I don't have to look at everything. I'm gonna have to go back through this video because I took horrible notes.
The fact that they're recorded is so nice.
I know. Well, and I don't listen to that. Usually I watch the video. I may have missed part of his rant, but I think I got it all.
I'm sorry. Well, let's do it this way. Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
We're here and you're here. Your hearing is supposed to occur at 6 o'clock. You have the right to require us to wait until 6 o'clock if you have people coming or witnesses.
No.
If you want to waive that and allow us to go forward at this time, we
Sure.
can do that.
Sure, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's-
yeah, why don't you take a seat here so you'll have access to the microphone?
Okay, and I have some thing I can hand out, you might have to share, there's more than, yeah, two of you are close enough, but.
Sure. We can just hand it down. We'll hand it down up here. And then, the way this works is, it's kind of like a hearing in court, but not exactly.
Yeah.
So you get a chance to essentially put on your case, tell us what your issues are, tell us, and I'm assuming it's gonna be some of the things that were in your, objection to property tax assessment form that you filed.
Yes.
Then we're gonna give the, assessor the opportunity to respond.
Okay.
And then if you have any rejoinder, if you have, and we're gonna go orderly, we're not gonna talk over each other.
Sure.
Not that you would do that, but I'm just letting you know that's the procedure. And then at that time, the board members may have questions, they may wanna ask the assessor questions, they may wanna ask you questions, get more information,
Sure.
then they'll drop into deliberations and make a decision.
Okay,
Generally,
perfect.
that's how it goes.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't wanna see an incident like I just witnessed.
Me either.
No, the whole purpose was, I was just looking for some clarification, so, what I.
We have to, I paused you right there. We're not ready yet. We have to
Oh.
swear you in and everything,
Oh,
so.
jeez, all right.
Do you wanna, do we need to make a motion to go into objections, or?
I think it's probably already in the agenda.
It is in the agenda, yes.
So I don't think you need a motion.
Okay, so let me read it in, okay. This case is Ronald Anderson. The property owner resides at 620 East Market Street, Unit 103. The address for the property in question is 620 East Market Street, Unit 103. The tax key number for this property is YALEX4000003. This property is classified for assessment purposes as residential. The value in the assessment roll for the current year is land, $13,000, improvements, $269,700, for the total assessment of $288,600. Would all persons intending to provide testimony for this hearing, including the assessor, please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony which you shall give in the matter now on hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Okay. Would each person who has just sworn please state your name and address for the record? Mr. Anderson first.
Ron Anderson, 620 East Market Street, Unit 103, Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
And our assessor.
Amanda Mead, representative of Accurate Appraisals.
Assessor, please state the estimated level of assessment for the current year.
The current assessment is $288,600.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, you're up.
Okay. The Board of Review wants you to understand that under state law, the Board of Review is required to uphold the assessor's valuation of your property as being correct, unless you by testimony can show the assessor's valuation to be incorrect. In other words, the burden of proof is upon you as the taxpayer. Do you understand that? I do. Now, we've already got his name and address, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now he can present his case, correct?
That's correct.
Sure.
And
Go ahead, floor is yours.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was, just a spreadsheet that I shared with some of you members, have them in front of you, based off the last 10 years of, the property value. Obviously, the land doesn't go up because it's a condominium, I'm assuming. And then the dwelling. What kind of sparked this whole thing is the last 2 years, of a 67.6% increase over 2021. I've been at this residence since 2003. I've not done any improvements. My unit is one of the few units that, that does not have a 3-room screened-in enclosure like many of the others do. And I'm the vice president of that condo association, that street. Each street that is in that unit and those units is our own association. So I'm kind of aware of what properties are selling for. A comparable unit that was on the market last year, started listing at $269,000. They dropped it to $249,000 and they finally took it off the market because they didn't get any offers. I guess my biggest concern is, when I received this notification from the city, I followed the procedures and I called Accurate Appraisals and spoke to Shonda in your office. And I asked, because I did go on the website, which I found a little bit confusing, trying to find comparables. But I asked at that time if she could give me any information on what the average increase in the Elkhorn area was for the year. And she said residential areas were 6 to 13%. So how come mine's 34.9% increase over last year? I don't understand it. The units, you know, has not, like I said, has not had any improvements done to it or any additions. So that's when I called and asked if I could speak to somebody at Accurate Appraisal on April 14th. When I spoke with Shonda, she said somebody get back to me. I never received any calls or emails. And then I called Lacey Reynolds on the 9th of May. And Lacey was good enough to tell me she'd make a phone call, and I hadn't heard anything, so I did receive a call to and somebody from the city called me in, let me know that my appointment was at 6 o'clock, so that's about as much as I have. I did put some notes when I put my objections in on the form, and it pretty much reiterates what I just spoke about, so I guess that's basically everything I have. And I'm sorry, one thing I might add, there's no way I could get $288,000 for my unit, based off what I've seen sold in the last 3 years. Now, there was a unit directly across from mine that sold, I believe 2 years ago, for close to $290,000. But again, that's got a screened-in 3-season room, and I know they put probably $50,000 in improvements in bathrooms, kitchen, and updates, so. That's all I have.
Question, pardon?
I guess I asked the assessor, is this increase he's got here pretty much in line with everything in that building?
I have documents for you that I'll provide
Okay.
everybody. So I should stay here because of the microphone.
Want me to hand out stuff?
Sure. Thank you very much. I have
I'll
one
give
for
it
him
to
as
the,
well.
I'll give it, I've
Yeah.
got one for you.
So in the state of Wisconsin, it is our requirement to determine all values of properties based off of recent arm's length sales in a neighborhood of similar sizes, similar area. We do have 3 different sales here listed, all of which occurred in 2022. What you'll see on the sheet is a breakdown. You'll see the subject property in the first column there, all of the information about it, and then the 3 sequential properties that we used for comparable properties for the valuation. In the adjustment columns, we're adjusting for things like Mr. Anderson said, properties that would have an additional attachment of a 3-season porch and what the value of that is. If they're in good condition due to a remodel, compared to a property that hasn't been remodeled as of yet. So you'll be able to see there that the average price based on the comparable sales is about $297,000. We have a sale at 216. The property sold in June 23rd of 2022 for $300,000. 4/14 of 2022, similar property sold for $295,000. And unit 210 sold 4/29 for $285,000. So based on the comparable sales, the value that Mr. Anderson has at $288,600 is in line with those similar property sales.
What would be considered an attachment?
Attachments would be things like the screened-in porch. The garages are included in that. So when you see the totals being about $17,000, that's because the garage is included. You can see 620, Mr. Anderson's property, as well as 610. Both of them have no additional attachments that are considered other than their basic garage.
So I have a question, if I may. The unit I was talking about that went for $295, that had about $50,000 in renovations with a 3-season porch is $622,103. The third picture.
Yep.
All right. So are you telling me that the attachment for the screened-in porch is valued at $20,400 additional?
Over the value of just having a concrete patio and those kind of things, yes.
Okay, so looking at mine,
Mhm.
you have a value of $17,800.
Mhm.
What's that based off of?
The concrete patio and the attached masonry garage. So part of that $20,000 includes their garage as well as their enclosed frame porch.
So the difference between the screened-in porch and
Is
the
it-
3-season room is $3,000?
Yes, sir.
I find that hard to believe.
Can I ask a clarification question, Mr. Chair? Can I ask a clarification question?
Yes.
Just of the assessor? Can you speak to the relationship between expenditures on residential properties and changes in value? Which is really, I think, the point he's raised.
Yes. So there is not a direct correlation in expenditures related to a change in value. For example, a wood deck that is replaced or something that is already existing is not going to hold the same amount of value as adding an entirely new deck or patio to a property. It all varies in determination of value.
So just to piggyback off that a little bit more, so a bathroom, like a brand new bathroom, I spent a hundred fictitious grand on my new bathroom. But because it had a bathroom before, it's not a dollar for dollar type.
Not a dollar for dollar.
Okay.
No, sir. No, it is not. No. It would be a gradient adjustment. So you may have had an average bathroom for the year of the home previously, and now you might have an excellent condition bathroom that could add, varying values depending on what the fixtures are and all that kind of stuff. Even in determination of, full to half baths, it used to be that a half bath was considered, if you had a stand-up shower, it didn't count. Well, now there's these very fancy new stand-up showers. So we've had to move to including 3 fixtures as a full bath. So what used to be half baths is no longer, they're now full baths.
Would it make a difference if you put a $100,000 bathroom in an average neighborhood versus a $100,000 bathroom in a house along the lake?
No.
That doesn't, it seems like, to me, it would be overkill putting a $100,000 bathroom in that home, and it might be less valuable than if I added value to a home there. I would get more dollars, more bang for my buck, that's what I was assuming.
It's really it's really a gradient. It's a condition gradient. It's not a direct dollar for dollar value return.
Thank you.
But your assessments now are made, you base them somewhat off of sales for the year, right?
We have to base all assessments off of the sales from the prior year.
And what's hurt people in condos is the last 2 years, the market has been 25 and 30% over what the real value was.
That's correct. So the determination of the state, Wisconsin's what they call a market value state, which means all values need to be a direct reflection of the current market, and they determine the current market is the prior year, so that we can have a start point and an end point. So for example, if something sold yesterday, I can't use that as a determination of value.
Any further questions? I'm now closing the testimony in this case. I will now open to deliberation in this case by asking the Board of Review members to state, based on the sworn testimony presented, whether the assessor's valuation of the property is correct or incorrect.
I think we need to work through our notes.
Any discussion?
You have your notes for the case.
Is there a motion? Saying that the assessor's valuation is correct or incorrect?
Exercising its judgment and discretion pursuant to section 70.47(9)(a) of the Wisconsin statutes, the Board of Review. That's the right one. Where are you at?
I'm not sure which one you're looking at, so.
The yellow sheet?
Yours is white, yours and mine are white.
So I guess I would suggest, and that's all I'm doing is making a suggestion to the board, that you want to articulate a rationale at this time in your deliberations before a motion made.
Based on the information presented, by the assessor, I think it was definitely justified by the comparables, and I don't feel the property owner brought any other information to discredit that.
Any other comments from other board members?
I'd like to say, is screen and porch differential only $3,000? It doesn't sound right to me.
Do you want to ask me another question about it, or?
Well, I was just wondering how you came to
It's-
that.
Well, it's a in other attachments, so it's not just the screened-in porch. The value of their garage is slightly less than Mr. Anderson's. The difference between the value of just a screened-in porch and his concrete patio is about $5,000 difference. But you also have to factor in, there's more attachments than just that included in that total.
The garage in my building, as well as the one across from me that sold for $295, is exactly the same.
Now, here's where I get into trouble, because I have to say, they're in the deliberation process now, the evidence is closed, and that makes me look like a mean person, and that's not what I intend to do. But at this point, only the board members can discuss the case among themselves, and I apologize for that. But that's the advice I have to give.
Anybody else have any thoughts?
I don't see anything present that was presented that would force me to change my mind over the assessor's valuation.
So if there weren't any further deliberations, this would be the appropriate
Yep,
time.
now you make a motion.
It's not motion, okay. Now I gotta say that big P word again.
Pursuant.
Exercising its judgment and discretion pursuant to section 70.47(9)(a) of Wisconsin statutes, the Board of Review by majority and roll call vote hereby determine that the assessor's valuation is correct, that the assessor presented evidence of the fair market value of the subject property using assessment methods which conform to the statutory requirements and which are outlined in the Wisconsin Property Assessment Manual, and sustains the same valuation as set by the assessor.
I second that.
Well, the motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
We have a roll call.
Roll call, okay.
Yep. Where am I at here? James Boardman,
Yes,
Charlie Getka,
Yes.
Desiree Skelton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The motion passed.
Motion passes.
Motion is passed.
Okay. Ron, if you want to hang on, I'm going to make a copy of this for you and I'm going to give it to you, okay?
And that hearing is closed. We have another one scheduled for what time?
6:15. 2 minutes. Okay.
Thank you for your, that's all right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Get my life together. Nate, are you ready?
I just came to see,
Oh, he's not here yet?
observe.
I see him.
No, Nathan's not here.
I know Nathan Bowes well, and he's not here.
Okay, I've never met him, so I don't know.
Who are we waiting for, Nathan?
Yeah. So what do we do?
You can give him amount of time.
Okay,
and-
what do you want to give him, Mr. Chairman?
I was in plan last.
Well, we have to be here anyway.
It's true, we do, all right, fine, hang
So
on.
just saying.
I did something. 7:10.
And I wanted to reveal to the members of the Board of Review that I've known Nathan Bowes for quite a while. I know his family, and I've done some work for him as a lawyer for, some corporate, landlord-tenant stuff, things like that. So I would ask the board if they feel that that is a conflict in a manner that they wouldn't want me to make comment on at the hearing, and I would have to ask him that, so both sides would have to waive that in order for me to
Yeah.
act as counsel for that one. Otherwise, I'll go out and sit in the audience for that part.
Well,
He came out of my house 2 years ago.
Okay, well, there you go.
I'll be in the same boat that.
I think in your position and knowing you for as long as I've known Nathan, you can make a just decision on anything without being prejudiced or weighed one way or the other. Cause Nathan is a friend of mine as well. And I sold him a couple properties for the Historical Society, so I've worked with Nathan real close for the last 2-3 years, so.
Hey, listen, I talked to him all the time too.
I'm Andrea.
I've never talked to the guy.
Doing that.
Okay, well, we will.
Did you guys tell them you had anything? I'm confirming that Andrea and him both knew. Okay.
Lacey called them both today, yes.
Okay, I just,
You let Andrea know there's a better chance.
that's why I asked.
Something's gonna happen.
Okay, so we just review the roll some more. Food will be here at 6:45.
There you go.
Is he here?
Looks like him.
Whoa.
Sign chairs, sir.
Right up here where you've got a microphone,
Oh,
you're on.
I thought so.
Is this Nathan?
Yeah.
We've spoken many a times, Nathan. I'm Amanda.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Amanda.
meet you too. This is for you.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay,
No, we gotta read the same statement again.
I gotta do my part, and then you gotta do your part.
Okay,
So I gotta do my part first. I gotta read my whole spiel first. This case is of Nathan Bose. The property owner's mailing address is P.O. Box 701. The address for the property in question is 14.5 East Prescott Street. The tax key for this property is YP00010. This property is classified for assessment purposes as residential. The value in the assessment roll for the current year is land $29,800, improvements $160,200. Total assessments would be $190,000. Would all persons intending to provide testimony for this hearing, including the assessor, please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony which you shall give in the matter now on hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
Would each person who has just been sworn please state your name and address for the record? Nate first.
You can sit down.
You can sit down now,
Mailing
yes.
home address?
You can do your mailing, since that's what we stated in the record.
Okay. Nathan G. Bose, mailing address P.O. Box 701, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, 53121.
Amanda Mead, representative of Accurate Appraisal.
All right. Assessor, please state the estimated level of assessment for the current year.
190,000.
the Board of Review wants you to understand that under state law, the Board of Review is required to uphold the assessor's valuation of your property as being correct, unless you by testimony can show the assessor's valuation to be incorrect. In other words, the burden of proof is upon you as the taxpayer. Do you understand that, Nathan?
Yes.
Okay.
Before the hearing actually begins, before we went on the record, I informed the Board of Review members that I have known you for some time, I know your family, and I've done some, what I would call smallish landlord-tenant work for you.
I understand,
And I've
yeah.
revealed that fact to them, and my understanding is that the board members are comfortable with me proceeding?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that correct? Okay, if that's the case, and then I would have to make the same question of you, because I have represented you in any capacity in the past. You would have to waive that, otherwise I will go out and sit in the audience and not advise the Board of Review during this hearing. Are you okay with the?
I'm okay with this.
Okay, you're waiving any concern you have about that?
Waived.
Okay. Thank you to both board and Nathan Post.
Go ahead, Nathan, anything that you have to say, go, state your case.
I guess the case I have to be is that I just don't believe it was worth the adjustment. I think it was 11,700. I was just given it just a little bit ago to look at. A couple of simple facts that a lot of the value of the property belongs, well, I think works with my property next door, because I own another building next door to it. Everyone's a shared driveway. So for the property to be even accessed, it needs to go through my adjacent property, which is the reason we purchased it. And it's a duplex building, which only has 2 parking spots, and both units are only 2 bedrooms. So it has a parking issue, so I'm not looking to get it lowered a lot, just to kind of keep it kind of where it's at. I just thought it was comfortable where it was.
Any other evidence, or?
I kind of realized I should have brought an appraisal of something or something close to it. The only property I know of that's local is one I sold 2 doors down just recently. And it did sell for $200,000, I think less than a year ago. But it also had its own parking situation and higher renting units, and this property doesn't lend itself to those values, is what I thought. I don't mind, promoting them.
Let me know whenever you're ready for me. Good.
All right,
So you can let me know whenever you're ready for me.
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have provided the board as well as Mr. Bose with a copy of the comparable sales for this property per state statute. As an assessor, we are required to use comparable sales in the area to determine values. You can see the subject property on the left with 3 comparable properties that were sold within the last year. You can see they are varying in value. So we do have a property on North Broad Street that sold for $280,000 and has been adjusted to match your subject property. And then we do have properties as well on North Lincoln Street and West Page Street that you can see have sold for less value, but in adjusting to make it similar to the subject property, it does increase the value of those. At this point, the subject property is in line, if not less than the comparables dollar per square foot.
I used to actually own that one. I sold that one.
Are any of the comparables duplexes?
We were unaware that this property is a duplex. So the determination was based off of the property as a single-family residence, but
What impact would being a duplex have on your assessed value?
it would have to be evaluated completely separately. And if we're unaware of that fact for last year's assessment, that would have an impact on it. But unfortunately, because we're unaware of that fact, we're unable to make a determination of what the value would have been for the assessment cycle.
So you can't go backwards, in other words.
Correct, because I can only work with the knowledge we had at the time. So it would depend on what permits were pulled in order to make the building a duplex.
May I ask a clarification question?
Pardon, go ahead.
May I ask a clarification question?
Yes.
The reference in the objection had to do with the shared driveway. What impact, if any, did that have on your comparisons, and how is that referenced in the sheet that you provided?
Sure. It has no impact on the valuation of the property. And I actually, comparable number 3 has no shared driveway has no driveway and no garage in terms of comparable. So it's just the dwelling on the property.
Thank you.
Even the detached improvements are broke out. So if they do have a detached garage, it's accounted for in the detached improvements, just to clarify.
Is that all the evidence that you have in regards to this?
Yes, sir.
So you're allowed a little rejoinder if you want it in order to respond.
I think it speaks for itself.
Okay.
When I bought it, it was listed as a 2-family.
How much did your assessment go up over last year?
And without opening the document, I think it was $11,700 value.
Give you a percentage.
I believe that was correct. I don't know without looking at it.
Yeah. It's included in the packet.
And not that I'm
Just-
limited in the rent, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. It
Not
was
that
a-
I'm limited in rent in the area, but I service a special crowd at that location. I deal with a lot of low-income Section 8 housing, and I'm limited to what I rent it for. So, and I'm sure that probably makes not a lot of difference to the appraisal value, but that's a lot of the, my client basis. So it, for my rent values, the property value makes it tougher.
In subsequent years, if we are made aware that this is an income property, that can be a basis for value. But for this tax year, we weren't aware that this was an income property, so we were unable to use that in the assessment.
Okay.
Moving forward, providing income and expense for said property, if it is a duplex and a rental property, would be something that we would be also take into account into a cost analysis.
Okay.
Just also for the math, it was a 6.56% increase in value over last year.
And the average was 9.
The average was 9.
Okay.
Anything else to add? Nothing?
Without looking at the paperwork, no. The only reason I bought the property is that it works well with my adjacent property. Otherwise, the other property was a nuisance, to be frank. Parking issues and tenant issues, and it was.
Anybody on the board have any other questions of Mr. Bose? I am now closing the testimony in this case. I will now open the deliberations in this case by asking the Board of Review members to state, based upon sworn testimony presented, whether the assessor's valuation of the property is correct or incorrect. Any discussion by the board?
Based on the information provided by the assessor and the property owner, I stand with the assessor's value.
I second that.
We're discussing right now, so if you
Oh,
have any
okay.
discussion about it, or you wanna say something about it. No, okay.
I know the history of that house back to 1961 when I moved in there, so. My parents lived there for 23 years.
I believe it.
Gotta love small town.
I believe now we would make a motion.
We did?
If there is no further discussion, I would entertain a motion.
Said motion
To affirm the assessor,
to
or
affirm the assessor,
A second.
There's been a motion, a second.
Voice vote, or, roll call?
Okay, go ahead.
Desiree Skelton,
Yes.
Charlie Yetka,
yes.
James Borman,
Yes,
motion passed. You say motion passed,
motion is carried.
that works too. If you wanna hold on, I'll finish the paperwork, and I'll make a copy and I'll give it to you, okay?
Sure.
That house, those three on that side, and the stone house on the corner across the street,
Yes.
all used to sit where Chase Bank is.
I worked closely with all three, I did.
Okay, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back, okay?
Sure.
Nathan, next year, have Andrea send us the rental, whatever you guys are getting for leasing and
Sure.
any income and expense data that you have on that property.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put it in right now for evaluation for an on-site visit for next year to have somebody come and check it out, and that way we can make a determination of it being a duplex.
Do you
Okay?
guys deliberate when they buy and sell homes, and do you guys go through the listing, at all? Well, it was listed as two-family, I was just curious, it wasn't on record, it was on MLS
When
as a
did you
two-family.
buy it?
I would say a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, probably. It's been
Yeah.
rough, it's kind of hard for me to remember all those.
Yeah, we don't have it
Is
listed.
that your closing statement in here?
I don't know. That was officially, but I
Closing
know.
statement? You had a closing statement? Oh, the closing statement from the.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, when it was listed,
Right.
when it was listed on MLS, the seller reached out to me
Got it.
to buy it because he knew I owned the adjacent property, he couldn't sell it. He listed it for $240, I believe, originally,
Okay.
couldn't sell it, it went down $220, $200, $180. I ended up closing for it for much lower than that, because no one was interested.
For this property in 2020?
Yes, yeah, he couldn't get me to buy it.
I was gonna say
It was
the
from
purchase-
Powers, actually.
The
in
purchase
Elkhorn.
agreement was for 159.6.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah. It was listed a lot higher than that originally, but he dropped it significantly because no one wanted the property, because it was not desirable.
You're a master at that, aren't you?
Huh?
You're good at that, aren't you?
I attract undesirable properties and try to do things for them, yes. I tend to, be good at that.
You're Ned.
Yes.
Okay. We can't adjourn or anything, so we just get to hang out.
We get to review the,
We get to review the roll, and in
to
15
your
minutes.
heart's content.
Were we also to review the 103 East, was it Rockwell?
Rockwell,
Yes.
that had a correction filed for it. I gave everything to Andrea.
Okay.
Her and I came to an agreement.
Okay, fabulous.
It's taken care of, and it's been filed with last year's, with the
Okay,
roll
good.
for this year to be handled, the assessor will handle, the clerk will handle it moving forward,
Okay,
okay? But Andrea knows what's going on.
okay, good.
So tell me you won and you didn't even know it? She already made the correction that you wanted?
I've been playing in asphalt all day because I have to get driveways repaired and trying to get things rolling, and so it's tough to be everywhere all at the same time.
So yes, the Rockwell property was already previously addressed.
Okay, wonderful, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The former city clerk, Edgar Lawrence, bought all 4 of those houses for $1.
No kidding.
I just wanted a night talk with.
But nobody knew that they were for sale. It was
Really?
kind of a- yeah. He paid $1 for them, moved them all down there.
Well, I really lost out on that deal when I bought them.
Well, they got the rest of my
61,
salary for
62
the
lots
years,
of
if
service
they
they
could
did
blow
that.
through that.
Yeah, 'cause we have 14, 10 Prescott, and 425 we had.
Okay, yes. I don't.
And, the Wisconsin Street address next to it, the brick home.
Did you also own all 3 of those or no?
Yeah, all 4,
All 4?
yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
The
Yep.
next door was a 3 apartment, right?
The 10 Prescott, yeah, it's a 3 unit there. That's with the deeper garage one back there, and then the 14 is a little garage next to it.
I'll just keep calling you until you pick up, so.
I get
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Sound good?
You're all good, yep, I gave you your paperwork, you're all
Okay.
good.
Oh, thank
You didn't
you.
know,
can't
you showed
see
the
you.
board of review.
Did you turn the other thing on?
Oh, jeez, right.
Do I just start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I motion to adjourn until May 30th at 9 a.m. to hear the following objections. YFIE 2 00001. YFIE 2 00002. YFIE 2 00003. YFIE 2 0004. YFIE 2 00005. YFIE 2 00006. YFIE 2 00007. YFIE 2 00008. YFIE 3 00001. YFIE 3 00002. YFIE 3 00003. YFIE 3 00004. YFIE 3 00005. YFIE 3 00006. YFIE 3 00007. YFIE 3 00008. YFIE 00001. YFIE 00002. YFIE 00003. YFIE 00005. YFIE 00006. YFIE 00007. and YFIE 00008.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn to reconvene on May 30th at 9 a.m. to hear the aforementioned complaints. Any further discussion?
Do we need to do a roll call vote for that motion?
Hmm?
Do we need to do a roll call vote for that?
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
All right. Desiree Skelton?
Yes.
James Boardman?
Yes.
Charlie Gecka?
Yes.
Okay.
Motion carried, meeting adjourned.
Oh, we need a motion to adjourn, I'm sorry.
Oh, we done?
Oh, that's a motion to go to the next meeting. Now we
Okay.
need an actual
right.
motion to adjourn. Someone needs to make that motion.
Motion to adjourn.
You can't make it.
I
Someone
can't
else.
make it, but we need, okay.
I motion to adjourn.
I second it.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.